Hello and welcome to Mind the Snap, the NFL podcast for people in the UK who thought, yeah, I'll just watch one drive, and somehow now it's 3:47 in the morning.
Exactly, and if you're listening to this whilst questioning your life choices and clutching a strong cup of tea, congratulations, you're in the right place.
We're here to break down everything that happened overnight in the NFL.
So you don't have to explain to your boss why you look emotionally unavailable before lunchtime.
So from wild comebacks and playoff chaos,
to games that absolutely did not need to go to overtime on a Sunday night.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Lee.
Sleep is temporary.
The NFL season's forever.
Let's get into it. Welcome back, Snappers. Let's dive into the headlines in the NFL this week. So headline 1, the Ravens shut out Burrow, the Bengals, see you later. It's a stunner. The Ravens shout the Bengals 24-0, and for the first time in his career, Joe Burrow gets blanked.
That's one heck of a story. A first career shutout for Joe Burrow, and officially eliminates Cincinnati from playoff contention.
And quietly, though, the Ravens now move to 7-7, just half a game back in the AFC North.
Which suddenly it kind of makes that division a little bit more interesting down the stretch.
Then into headline 2, the Eagles respond with a historic shutout. The Eagles absolutely demolished the Raiders, 31-0.
It's their first shutout since 2018, and he comes at a perfect time for them.
And on Mr. Hurts, he goes perfect passer rating, 3 tutties, no turnovers.
And that defense allowed only 75 total yards. Nope, that is not a typo. 75 total yards.
Wow.
Which almost doubles the entire yards the Raiders have got this season.
Headline 3, let's go Buffalo! The Buffalo storms back from 21-0 to beat New England 35-31.
This was a tone-setting win for me. 5 straight touchdown drives after halftime.
An old cookie monster with 3 tuddies himself, Josh Allen, calm under fire.
And that AFC East race is suddenly back on. But it was that tale of two halves, wasn't it? I did think that old Drake May, had a good first half. He
was good.
He looked the MVP contender, didn't he? But Joshy Boy showed what that next level is about.
Then headline 4, the Rams clinched their playoff spot, and they do look dangerous. They got a 41-34 win over the Lions.
And they didn't just win, they flipped the game in that second half.
Stafford throws for nearly 370 yards, and we all want to Naku is like, he was insane.
Yeah, I don't think the Rams are a team anybody wants to face in January.
Then headline 5, the Broncos surge, but the poor Packers hit by further injuries. The Broncos, they just keep on rolling, beating Green Bay 34-26 for their 11th straight win.
And Little Bo Nix had a career game with 4 passing touchdowns.
But sadly, though, one of the bigger stories, poor Micah Parsons is likely done for the rest of the year. Shame.
Oh, that's a horrendous injury, isn't it? It's another ACL. It kind of reshapes that whole Green Bay playoff outlook, doesn't it?
It does now for him. I do feel for him now. It's going to be a struggle.
But like we said about the Rams as well, would you want to play the Broncos in January at the moment? They're not letting much through, are they? It's and Little Bo Nix has been, if not spectacular, but consistent.
He's showing his worth, definitely, at the moment.
He is, yeah. What we say about Matty Stafford, isn't it? It's that consistency and that week after week when it's needed.
Getting it done. Getting it done. So, quick wrap. That playoff race is tightening and contenders are starting to separate and there is pressure everywhere.
And at this time of the season, there is zero margin for error.
Let's get deeper into the breakdown of last week's games. Welcome back, Snappers. Let's have a look at Week 15's games. And we start off with the Ravens versus the Bengals. The shutout in the freezer. So we start in Cincinnati, and man, this one was brutal. The Ravens shout the Bengals 24-0.
And not just any loss. This was Joe Burrow's first career shutout, and he comes at home as well. And that, sad to say for the boys from Cincinnati, it knocks them out of that playoff picture. Now,
good news for the Ravens though. They're now 7-7, just a half a game back from the Steelers. That race is suddenly wide open.
What? Not just it wasn't just the result for Joey B that was brutal. Those weather conditions. It's coldest Bengals home game in 25 years.
That it was cold. It looked cold even. I was cold watching it, let alone.
Yeah.
So as the game went on then, so the Ravens, they did score twice in that second quarter. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he was on fire again when he hits Rasheen Ali for 30, then Zay Flowers for 28, and then all of a sudden it's 14-0 at the half.
But it was that dagger, wasn't it? Calvin Noy picked Brewer. Laterals it to Aloy Gilman, an 85-yard pick six. But what a great bit of play there, just to think of that little lateral. Normally you get those for the trick plays, but you do it on a pick six.
That is good. That, I mean, to your point there, that play perfectly summed up the Bengals' afternoon, pretty much.
Yeah. But then we look at, like, Lamar, didn't have huge volumes, 8 of 12, just efficiency. And then Derrick Henry averaging over 9 yards a carry. It's like King Henry is climbing back onto his throne for the playoffs.
That's when you want to start hitting form now, isn't it? I mean, the Bengals moved the ball between the 20s, 298 yards, total yards, but 0 red zone points, obviously. That's pressure, execution, and good coaching there by the Ravens.
Yeah, Baltimore played complete football. And there's some huge questions going to be in Cincinnati for the off-season.
You're seeing them now, aren't you? Everyone's wondering, does Burrow move on now? Interesting to see what happens to the Bengals.
It's the other boys, isn't it? It's... I'd be sniffing around there if I was the Bills and those teams, because get some wide receivers.
Some wide receivers there, I wouldn't mind
another running back in there to complement the Cookie Monster.
Yeah,
these Bengals aren't getting any younger either, and they take up a huge chunk of their allowance.
From one shutout to another. The Eagles versus the Raiders, they were in total control. So the Eagles send a message to the whole of the NFL. They shut out the Raiders 31-0, snapping that 3-game skid.
Yeah, it was men versus boys, wasn't it? It's the Eagles' first shutout since 2018. And at half pace, you could say, just playing for fun. Looked like a varsity junior varsity matchup. It
did look really easy for the Eagles. And poor, is it Kenny Pickett who was at QB for that? He was well off the pace, weren't he? They honestly looked like they were never going to... Well, first down. I was wondering if they were ever going to get a first down, let alone score.
Yeah. It was the first to be down. It wasn't...
Yeah. And on that note, the Raiders had 75 total yards.
It's crazy when you look at it. That doesn't even make up the whole pitch.
No.
That's great. Yeah. Is that getting to the red zone from your starting line? It's not,
probably not even that. Yeah. Which is bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good old Jalen Hurts, though. As we mentioned in the headlines, he had the perfect passer rating. I mean, he had 3 tutties, 0 mistakes. Good man.
Exactly, and it was a good game for the dual threats, wasn't it? So Saquon got a couple of good runs in there, and finally picked up some fantasy points for me.
Yeah.
But they showed the pass game too, with Dallas Goedert catching 3 touchdowns. That kind of puts him into that top tight end conversation, doesn't it? That's been knocking around. But that defense as well. 4 sacks, an interception, and just total suffocation.
Yeah, it was an easy game. But this was almost a let's get it right game for Philly. We've had a bad run. Let's get the win.
Exactly. I'm quite liking the number of fake tush pushes they're going through at the moment.
Yeah, I like that. It's a good way. I like that. That is good.
Yeah.
Then moving on to my game of the week. Let's go Buffalo. We're off to Foxborough, and this one was wild. My mighty Bills beat the Patriots 35-31, and to think we were trailing 21-0.
It's as big a momentum swift as you'll see all season, this. Not without help, as we keep getting reminded that the Zebras favour the big boys. It's like the top 6 in VAR all over, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it happens to all teams, and it happened. It's regardless of some of the calls that were missed.
The Patriots were really good first half, in all fairness. Like, they really... I won't lie. At half time, I thought I was fearing the worst. Like, oh, we scored with 2 minutes to go, I think, in the first half when Cook ran in for a tuddy. And I must admit, even at that point, I was like, God, they could even shut us out here. I was starting to worry at one point.
Exactly. The two youngsters from the Pats, Drake May, and Trayvon, they look good. In fact, first half.
He is quick, isn't he? Trayvon is rapid.
Crazy quick. And he's strong too. Could he be the King Henry successor?
You can imagine so, couldn't you? And Drake May, I'll give him all the credit in the world. First half, I actually thought, here we go. These actually look the real deal here. I thought they were so on it.
We've talked about him at length a few times, haven't we? Needs to bring that dual threat to his game, and he did. He spotted 2 gaps and he rushed in.
Yeah.
Put himself in that window, didn't he, for that next generation of those talks. We've got some big names now missing out in the playoffs, and he's putting himself in that conversation, isn't he? Another season like this, a good one in the playoffs, and he'll be up there in the talking of those MVP discussions.
100%. I literally was about to say the same thing. Another season like that, and he'll be regarded as one of the top. And he probably is already one of the top QBs in the league.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's got the skills. It's just he hasn't done it at that level yet. It's in the playoffs, and it's not there. It's not far. They'll be in the playoffs for certain.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
It's whether the number 1 or number 2, but they're still going to be in the playoffs.
There'll be no one will want to play out, and there'll be a hard team to go against.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But I think once we got the score before half time, you could start to feel that shift. Like same as the Bills have had for the last couple of weeks. You almost could feel it was going to happen.
Yeah, it's the Cookie Monster. He's 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards rushing, and then Joshy Boys doesn't panic, does he? It's keeps going to that end. What
I liked about it then is that we had 5 drives and we scored each time at that point. Yeah. That was just
it's momentum shifting, isn't it? It's showing that happened early in the season. Was it 4 drives and 4 touchdowns?
That's how you do it, and that's as we mentioned in the headlines again. That's why he's the reigning MVP.
Yeah,
but it keeps us going at least for another week.
Exactly, it keeps you clinging onto the coattails. It's New England. They're still strong, very strong there. It's again, another team that people aren't going to want to face in that playoff.
You don't want to play. I agree. I don't think that's a team anyone wants to be playing because on their day, there'll be a match for all of them. Well, Lee, you must have been happy this week. The Bears absolutely manhandled the Browns. 31-3, Soldier Field. You must be happy.
Definitely, yeah. It's the first double-digit wins since 2018.
Wow.
I was reading through all the social media. This was Shedeur Sanders' game. He was going to put Caleb Williams in his box and show the TD, but Williams was immense.
Williams was insane. No turnovers, 2 tuddies. He was insane again. Fair play to Caleb.
All I've seen in the last couple of days is that side-by-side comparison of that Dan Marino. Literally almost identical to that. But
I've seen that clip that's going around from the game with Myles Garrett talking to Caleb, and Caleb goes, "I couldn't let you get me."
Yeah, he didn't want to be the one that is known in the quizzes for the which quarterback was sacked for the record.
The defense though was elite, weren't it? Again, 3 interceptions, 5 sacks, and they held the Browns to under 200 yards. Good going, Bears.
It is, yeah, and it's all these. I don't know why people bigging up Shedeur. Yes, he's had some talent at college, and he shows flashes, and he had a good game against the Titans. When I'm pretty sure that we might make a few yards against that Titans defense.
I think so. I know we said this last week. He's had 2 good games against 2 teams that can't win a game to save their lives at the minute. So
yeah,
I think it's a bit of hype still. But I say that and watch him destroy the Bills this week.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah. But no, it's that defense is peaking at the right time, and not wishing ill on any player because Micah Parsons is an immense talent. happy that he's out and not going to face us. But
It's-
I'm not happy for him. It's a terrible injury.
He's such a great player, and
There's an awful social media post this week about his injury, and should never condone and want an opponent to be injured.
I want to win, but I don't want people to be injured doing it.
Yeah, we don't condone that on this podcast. It's horrendous. These are still humans and still people at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's
just
his
because
career,
wearing
isn't
a
it?
jersey you don't like doesn't mean that you want them to be hurt.
No. Then, one of the games of the week then, the Rams beat the Lions 41-34.
Oof. This was offense against offense at the highest caliber.
Yeah.
This is game of the week for me.
It was insane, wasn't it? Good for the Rams, though, as that clinches them that playoff spot, so the Rams will be happy. And Matty Stafford, again, absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Puka, is he the hottest wide receiver currently at the moment? That's 181 yards. It's just unreal.
That is unreal. That is good form for old Puka there. And the Rams, these flipped the switch in the second half. They were insane.
I've said it's, for me, at the moment as it stands, I can't really see past almost a Rams-Broncos Super Bowl.
You couldn't see it. Honestly, you could easily see it, couldn't you?
I could easily see that at the moment. As it stands, with them both pushing that number one seed to get that bye first week. And with the Broncos D and then the Rams offense,
That's a game, isn't it?
that's a game. It's a game, but there's a few other teams in there that want to upset that balance.
Well, two teams now. You got the Broncos. They beat the Packers 34-26, and that Denver bandwagon just keeps on rolling.
11 straight wins. It's Little Bo Nix is collecting those sheep, and 4 passing touchdowns.
Good going, little Bo Nix. That is good news. I actually seen a bit of this, and I thought the Packers' first half were really good, but when Surtain's interception, that sort of flipped the game after that. That's when it changed for them.
Yeah, from then on it was Broncos 20, Packers 3. Once they really stepped up, that
They just finished the game off, and I think that's
pressure on that offensive line. You wouldn't want to when they're all fit and all strong. You wouldn't want that defensive line coming at you, would you?
No, not all. They're going to go far, the Broncos. I think so. Like that's a good win against a very good team, actually, in all fairness. So that's fair play to the Broncos.
Yeah.
But sad news for the Packers. Obviously, as we mentioned, Micah Parsons now out for the season. Big blow to the Packers' hopes for the rest of the year.
It is, yeah, especially with the Lions playing some decent stuff. At the moment, could they miss out altogether, but they'll bounce back, I think.
They will do, man. I think so as well. So, that's the review of Week 15. And, well, weeks like this just remind you, December football just hits differently.
Oh, it's huge. Playoff races tighten, contenders separate, and we see who can handle that pressure.
That's it for the recap. We'll be back breaking down what it all means heading into next week.
Don't blink, this season is flying.
Alright, Snappers, let's jump right in because this weekend is absolutely loaded. We start in the NFC West with what might be my game of the year. The Seahawks take on my lovely Rams.
This one's massive. Both teams locked at 11-3. And we're talking division control and that number one seed. This is real playoff chess.
It really is. And the key detail here is that the Rams already hold the tiebreaker thanks to that Week 11 win, which, if they win again, that basically puts one hand on them for the NFC West crown.
Exactly. Seattle need this one. But that will then flip the script. And they're coming in hot, though, with 4 straight wins, including that gritty 18-16 win over the Colts.
ESPN, though, has them ranked number 3 overall. So that says a lot about the Seahawks. Top 5 offense, top 5 defense, even with the turnover issues they've been having.
Yeah, they've got some good players out there. And is it going to be time for Darnold to put his horrors of last season out of.
What an opportunity for him here as well.
Yeah, we look at them. The Rams peaking, 4 out of the last 5, and blowouts over Cardinals and the Lions. That statement.
That Detroit game, especially, man. I mean, I know that clinched their playoff spot, and it really pushed the Rams into that Super Bowl contender tier, and that's a mighty win.
Yeah, and it's like those QBs, isn't it? They're both quite similar. It's but Sam Darnold has to be better. Whilst he's throwing 5 touchdowns, it's also 5 picks.
That's where he's getting ball security in it, periodly for him, really. Because on the other hand, you got Matty Stafford, or Papa Stafford as we like to call him.
Yeah.
He's got 35 passing tutties this season. That is good going, man.
Yeah, and this week though, it could be tough though. I think with Davante Adams out, but then Puka Nacua is just incredible, isn't he?
Yeah, he is so good, isn't he? And Kyron Williams again, he is racking in the points for him at the moment. So
yeah, I think it's got the potential to just become into a pure quarterback game. It's how they manage the game. If they can keep it at a tempo which suits them. And I think for me, Papa Stafford is the one that is in that hot seat at the moment. And I trust him with the ball on that last play a bit more than Darnold.
Yeah. I agree, man. I mean, the Seahawks got a good run game, so if they can slow it down and control the tempo, especially if the weather gets a bit ugly, maybe they've got a bit of a chance. But you're right, this is going to show what Matty Stafford and the Rams are all about.
They are indeed. It's but to be fair, it's Jackson Smith and Jigba.
He's a player.
He's a
like
player.
him a lot.
Yeah, and he can bit of magic from him. Show the right options. That could.
It's going to be a classic. This has got the mate. I mean, this is what you want. Prime time. I wish I could try and stay up to watch it because this would be good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I might give it a little go.
I might try. Yeah.
Yeah. But no.
Well, shifting gears. Cowboys and Chargers. One team desperate. One team rolling.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys, they're pretty much on life support. 6-7-1. They've just got to really win just to stay in the ICU.
They have. They are on life support now, I agree. But that offense, though, they can rack up some points, can't they? They are 4th, apparently, in all total yards.
Yeah. They are. We had them at the beginning of the season for having a good, consistent balance of defence. And then they just threw that out the window when they gave their best defender away.
Yeah.
But it's worked for them, really, in some aspects. They've changed to a more offensive team, haven't they?
I think as a whole, the changes they've made, I know we laughed about them, but they've actually, I think that's worked out for them, actually. They've had a good season.
It might be a bit early to say that the Cowboys are making their way back to where they believe they should be.
Yeah.
But I think that in this game, Chargers are 10-4, 4 straight wins, including a big game against the Chiefs.
It's a good win against the Chiefs as well. I mean, that's where it gets interesting, isn't it? The Cowboys like the explosive plays, whereas the Chargers do really control the game clock actually really well. Yeah.
I just think that I think it favours the Chargers this game because Dallas can't afford mistakes. And they're making some, aren't they?
They are. I think the Chargers need to keep old Justy? That's his new name, Justy Herbert. Apparently he's had hand surgery as well, hasn't he? So if the defence can get him...
on his non-throwing hand, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. I think it's on his non-throwing hand. So I think this will be a lot closer than people think, to be honest, though.
Yeah, but if I was them, I would just try and sell it on special teams. Brandon Aubrey. He just kicks for fun, doesn't he? Just from anywhere.
He's a machine, isn't he? I reckon...
guys. Yeah, backheel it over the sticks, 65
Maybe that's what they should do. Just field goal. Every drive, field goal.
Get it over the halfway line.
Yeah, field goal.
They're first and goals from the 50, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they can give a good account for themselves, but the Chargers will keep on charging.
Let's talk about one that's probably flying under the radar, or is it really? The Jets travel to the Saints.
This game you can't pick this game. You couldn't. To me, I'm a loss at even any words for this. It's either going to be like a 3-3 go to overtime and somebody wins 6-3, or it's going to be a 98-77 basketball score.
I think you're right. I think it's either going to be really close, low scoring, or for some reason they're all both going to hit some form today. And to your point, it'll be like a 40-30 or something daft like that.
Yeah. Tyler Show is showing that he can throw the ball forward better than he was at the beginning of the season. But 3 of the last 5 wins.
Starting to look better, yeah.
Yeah. I still think it's a battle, really, to who's going to join the Raiders at the head of the table in the draft picks.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the Jets, they are absolutely spiralling out of control now, aren't they? That 48-20 loss last week led them to actually firing their defensive coordinators.
Did they have them in the first place?
Now, one game that I am looking forward to, and this one feels like a playoff game, the Jags versus the Broncos.
Absolutely. The Broncos are 12-2, 11-game win streak, undefeated at home.
That is some form. Then the Jags aren't backing down, though, are they? They've got 5 straight wins now, over 25 points per game since week 10. That is some offense. Trevor Lawrence is buying the beers this week.
Exactly, yeah. That chess match is a pass rush versus quick release. Can the Jags get pressure before Little Bo Nix gets the ball out?
That's what I'm thinking. Trevor, this is the game for Trevor Lawrence's good form. This is this week where I think he needs to show this is what we're doing, Jaguars. We are going all the way to the. Yeah. I mean, they're on a great spot at the moment.
Yeah, from nowhere, really. It's and to be fair, if season ended today, they've had a good season.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
And talking about teams that have had a good season,
this is prime time at Soldier Field, isn't it? This is division stakes. The Packers travel to Soldier Field to take on Lee Taylor's Bears.
The Bears are rolling at the moment. It's and Caleb's starting to get comfortable, and the first 2/3 of the season was all about the run game, but starting to pass a bit more now. Starting to it's been let loose a little bit more. So
he's showing everyone, I think, Caleb, why he was number 1 pick last year. He's been insane so far this year. Fair play to the Bears and Ben Johnson running that. They look like a different team at the moment.
100%. And who will be a different team, as we mentioned earlier in the show, the Packers D, with Micah Parsons out for the rest of the year. Taking him out your team would weaken any defence.
Oh,
any
100%. 100%. There's one person who's happy this week, and it's Caleb Williams, that he hasn't got Micah Parsons. Yeah. From Myles Garrett to Micah Parsons week after week.
Yeah, that would not have been the Christmas present, would it?
No.
But it changes everything, really. It lowers that pressure on the time for Williams, but it is a rivalry game.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to be cold.
These games mean a lot to everyone, don't they, at these points? I mean, good win for the Bears last week, as we covered. I think the Packers lost last week as well, didn't they? So this is a big game. This is like winner takes all for me at this point.
It is indeed, and it's difficult as well for the Packers. They want to not be a little mini slide, and let in the Lions. So they lose, Lions win. That could open the door again to make it that 3-horse race.
I think so, man. That's going to be a great game. I can't wait to watch that one. That's got the makings of an absolute classic.
Talking of a game that's got the making of a classic, we've got the survival Hunger Games going on.
We have indeed. So we stay in playoff hunt contention because this one is a sneaky important. It's the Colts and the 49ers.
Yeah, this one matters a lot more than people realise. Colts are 9-5, Niners 8-6, and both teams basically need every win from here on out.
I think so as well. I mean, the Colts, for what their fine start to the season was, they're now just sitting just outside that AFC wildcard picture was. The 49ers are also hanging in there by a thread. This is post-season urgency time.
Yeah. Exactly. They're third in the NFC West, aren't they, currently?
Yeah.
But it's a tight one, isn't it, really? No, I think sorry there to Steve. You were 10-4 at the 49ers.
Oh, that is a good record then for them. Same as the Bills and the Bears then. So they've had a good season.
Yeah, they have indeed. It's but when you've got the Rams and Seahawks ahead of you, 11-3, but a win here for the 49ers, that puts them on. So one of us have got to lose, haven't the Rams and Seahawks?
Yeah.
So we look at the record, really. It could be that the 49ers sneak in behind whoever loses that game.
Where are the 49ers in terms of the playoff picture at the minute then? Are they in? Are they out?
They're currently in.
6. Yeah. Top 6 at the minute. So, whew.
But we could be looking here that by the end of this game, there could be 3 teams on 11 wins in the same division.
I think this is where it gets interesting because if the Bills win this week, which I obviously hope and they do, and the 49ers win, that's see you later, Colts. That could be it for them at that point.
That is. It's there. It's not been the same, have they, since Jones' injury, and then he's out for the season. But they've still got some weapons there. But can they run it enough to slow down Bosa and that pass rush?
That's the thing with the 49ers, aren't they? I mean, they have got some absolute firepower, haven't they? Christian McCaffrey's probably he probably had a quieter game last week, by all accounts, but as in terms of a season, he's been an absolute machine, hasn't he? Running, pass game, he's pretty much been everywhere.
C-Mac from is incredible. Then they've got Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk giving Brock Purdy easy answers. Talking of Purdy, as we mentioned with Darnold, it's this time of year they have the little wobbles, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you can keep that pressure, keep his head, it could be a good win for the 49ers.
He's come back into his own a little bit, Purdy, last. Do you see that bit when he was running in the week and he got to the end zone, done his little jiggy at the end zone?
I mean, he went to dunk it, didn't he? But
yeah. It's going to be a good one. This is going to be well, both teams have got everything to play for now, haven't they? So, as we say, this is a real playoff game.
Exactly. So now that we've heard our thoughts there, let's look at who we're going to go for. So our first game of our pick 6 of the week, Seahawks versus Rams. Ryan?
Obviously, I'm going Rams. Who are you going for, mate?
I'm going Seahawks.
Ooh.
Sneaky, yeah. It's I think that whilst the Rams have been good and their momentum, I think the Seahawks may just have enough. I think close game though. It's going to be a.
I think the Seahawks have been well underestimated. Is probably the word. Like no one's talking about. They're being slept on. That's the phrase people like to use, isn't it? They are being slept on there.
Exactly. And then on to the next game: the Cowboys versus Chargers.
Chargers. However much I like the Cowboys, I can't see. If the Chargers need to win. Cowboys are literally last gasp now, aren't they? So.
Yeah, and I think that's when mistakes come out, isn't it? Yeah, the Chargers are on a bit of a run, bit of form. So yeah, Chargers too. And then the Saints v Jets.
This could be anyone, but I've literally gone Saints because they're at home.
Yeah, and we're going. Might go for 0-0.
Yeah, safety to win it.
No, it's just straight across tie. 0-0. Yeah, that's it. Now, flip of the coin. I think the Jets. Might take this. It's only a flip of the coin.
It's a hard one to call that.
Exactly. One that is also another hard call to cut is Broncos versus Jags.
I have gone for the Jags. Selfishly again, I actually do really like the Broncos. This is a hard one because ultimately I do want the Jags to win if the Bills obviously do well. But then the Jags are in the same sort of area as us. It's all playing for that playoff position now for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
We could play the Jags. I think as it stands today, the Bills play the Jags in the playoffs as it stands today. So I'm quite intrigued by this one. I am going to go for the Jags win because I think this is going to... Broncos have had 2 hard games in a row now with the Packers and the Jags, but I'm going Jags.
Yeah, I'm going Broncos. I think that 11 games in a row is not to be sniffed at. Little Bo Nix is going to take another sheep this week.
I like it.
And on to the game of the week, the game of the century, the game of the season. Soldier Field welcomes the Green Bay Packers.
I actually think the Bears will win. I think the Bears are just a different beast at home at the moment this season, and they just look... The form that the Bears are on, I can't see past the Bears.
No. To me, I think it's going to be a ahead of all expectations. I do think that we'll win the division.
I do.
And the playoffs, every week is a bonus.
Yeah.
Then next season, another good draft. Another pre-season camp with Ben Johnson getting his tactics across. But I think the Bears.
What I like about it, because I think if you win your division, your first playoff game's at home anyway, which is mega.
I think as it stands, you play the Packers.
Do you? Wow.
Yeah. But I think that might change though if the Lions win and we beat the Packers.
Yeah.
And some other changes go there. So on to our final game. Sadly to say for me, I think that the Colts are out.
I don't like to say it either. Sorry Mike, it's season over I think for the Colts.
They've had their 2 minutes and it's a win for the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going with you.
I think C-Mac and his buddies will be too much.
I think, again, 49ers... I know we're saying it's a big playoff game. 49ers want to cement their place. Colts are in disarray at the moment, and I just think the 49ers will do it.
And I think it's the extra bonus, extra motivation that is a home Super Bowl.
Yeah. I'm with you, mate. 49ers.
You can't put that at the back of your mind, can you? If you were a 49er, it's be a home Super Bowl. Your home fans get to see... So
that's the motivation. All you need at that point.
From here on, you will see a different 49ers.
I agree, man. I'm with you fully. Well, week 16, it has it all, definitely. There's playoff races, desperation games, and as we mentioned the Bears, there'll be some rivalry chaos.
Yep.
Well, Snappers, that just about wraps things up for today's episode of Mind the Snap. A big thanks for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed the ride.
Absolutely, and as we always say, you're welcome to keep the conversation going. Find us on Instagram at Mind the Snap Podcast, over on X at Mind the Snap Pod, and of course on TikTok at Mind the Snap Podcast.
Make sure to drop us your thoughts, let us know your hot takes, give us a follow. We love hearing from you guys.
We do indeed, so get involved in our rookie thoughts. Let us know where we're going wrong. Don't forget to tune in next week to see how we did with our predictions. And as usual, we'll be diving into some more NFL action, some stories, and maybe a couple of spicy debates too.
Until then, thanks for listening. And remember, mind the snap.